The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.
G'day there. As much as we tried to celebrate last week's excellent economic numbers, the food and fibre, the bullishness of the field days, the boost in elective surgery, the boom in teacher numbers, and many of those will continue to be a good news story, what you can't ignore is the manufacturing read for April. It hit a brick wall. It fell over 6 points. It is below the 50-point expansionary mark. So a couple of key things about that. While services and sentiment and spending figures have been bad, of course, manufacturing for months now has been on the increase. Each and every month it has been above 50. It has been growing. It has been a significant green shoot in the overall economic picture. Other things is employment. That is a subcategory that has had its biggest reversal in the history of the index. What makes this worse for those of you going, oh, well, that'll be Trump, that'll be the tariffs? The experts don't think it actually is. That's yet to come. So the big question is, how much of it is the world? Remember, the World Bank last week reduced global growth forecasts all over the place, versus how much of this is us? How much of us New Zealand Inc. hit a bit of a spot? Now, for train spotters, it was suggested fairly far and wide at the time that April and May seemed to be a little bit of an issue. All that momentum that we felt we had got at the start of the year had suddenly run out of puff. Now, these numbers would tend to suggest that vibe was in fact real. Ironically, this week we get the GDP figures for Q1, that's Jan, Feb and March, and the broad consensus is that we will have seen good growth. They think about 0.7 for the quarter. Now, if you annualise that out, it gives you a number dangerously close to 3%, which anyone would take in this troubled world, but we can't annualise it out, not with manufacturing numbers like this. It might be short term. Let's hope so. It may involve the Reserve Bank and that idea that they had things basically at neutral and therefore not a lot of the economy needed geeing up anymore. Maybe that's hopelessly wrong. Politically, of course, it's a hole in the head the government don't need, because it's not like they're not peddling fast. But when one of your major economic reads that was very good now isn't, it doesn't take an economics degree to recognise a big fat red flag.
The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.